know how it goes. I'm front line.
At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 10, number 10.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. On Friday and then on Sunday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got the mayor. Shaw is out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's Randolph. And it's Holmes in at the two-guard spot. We've got Hodges. He's out there with Webb. Smooth out there with the machine. Coach, what did you like to see from your teams at this point of the season?
Well, you would think, Kevin, that at this point we would be making fewer mistakes, and especially mental mistakes where we break down. There's always going to be physical mistakes. You're going to have some turnovers. Hopefully they're not out of carelessness. But you shouldn't be missing rotations or not executing a play, not setting a screen. Execution and attention to detail should be good by now.
And it's Jemison missing. Randolph looking around. Pass to Holmes. Here is Shaw. Randolph kicks to Holmes. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Murphy. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Hodges. We've played just over a minute here in the first. That's tipped. Holmes against Hodges. And it's blocked. And here's Murphy. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Webb. Pass to the mayor. Now here's Holmes. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim. And here is Webb. He's covered by Randolph. Webb against Randolph. Here's Jemison. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Randolph against Webb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murphy can't hit.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
There's the lob to the hoop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Mr. Clutch. Averaging 13 points per game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Hodges. Picked by Murphy. Spins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Hodges.
Free throw good, Hodges. Markers checked in for Mr. Clutch. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for the away team. Holds at the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. Dawkins checked in for the machine. And he sinks the second. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Dawkins. Hodges against Holmes. The 11-footer. It's good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Webb the pass to Dawkins. Back to Webb. Pass to Hodges. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Webb against Randolph. Here's the floater. Rejected by Randolph. Now here's Holmes. He's tightly guarded. Off target at the rim. Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Shaw with the rebound. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. To the inside, and it's blocked. Here's Dawkins. Still scoreless. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Garnett, he's checked in for Hodges. And it's tied up with that one. Now here's Randolph. His last outing, 16 points for him. Inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Webb against Holmes. From the arc, sinks the triple. He has 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And it's Jemison with the rebound.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Dawkins kicks to Webb. Pass to Garnett. Here's Dawkins. It's rebounded by the Mayor. Hitting 44% overall here in the first quarter. Here's Holmes. Can't hit that one.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Pass to Webb. Garnett outside. Here's Jemison. There's the triple. That shot misses. Webb against Randolph. To the paint. Here's the mayor. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Pass to Hodges. There's a good screen. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Wallace with a screen on Marion. Parker against Marion. And he banks in the layup. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Goes up on the high post. Rebounded by Holmes.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Wallace outside. Puts up a three. The shot, no good. 33% here in the first quarter. Hodges against Parker. Here is Hodges. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. With 2 seconds left, he takes it up and lays it in. Hodges has got 6 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They're up by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. We've got Parker. Also, Moore is out there. Black is out there with Shaw. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Now Parker. Still yet to score. Wallace looking for an opening. Pass to Black. To the middle. Here's Weber. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here is Hodges. A step-back shot here, and the shot goes in. Hodges has got 8 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Wallace right side. Pass to Weber. Parker outside. And here is Wallace. Takes the three. A nice shot by Black. Black's got his first 3 points of the game. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Hodges the pass to Kane. Off on the layup.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
Wallace outside. Pass to Parker. Weber with it. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Fader on the way. That one goes in.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Here is Hodges. 8 points for him. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Black. Back to Wallace. That one's in. His first shot this game.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here is Hodges. 10 points for him. And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. Well, you look at the captain, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line and it's nearly automatic.
You know, he's just the guy you do not want to send to the line. I mean, defenders always have to think twice about initiating contact with him because of that percentage.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Hodges. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Is hammered home.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Garnett outside. Murphy finds Garnett. Clock at 6. Now here is Murphy. Fires it up. Morris with the rebound. Gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Into the lane. Back to Murphy. Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Pass to Purdue. Here's Mr. Clutch. To the inside, the Mayor, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Started.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Pass to Webb. Here's Jemison. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
And that one misses. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Webb against Randolph. Webb the pass to Hodges.
Away team foul. Holds. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And here's Murphy, still without a basket. Here's Jemison.
First half, 2 minutes.
Denial. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
1:56 left now here in the second.
You know, and he started off shooting it pretty well, but here in the second, he has started to falter. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Back to Webb. .112 left in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. There's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Webb. Launches it. Trains the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
This offense just continues to impress.
Being 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Inside, here's Murphy, and then Murphy with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Here's the mayor. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for the away team. Steele. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 16 seconds left here in the second. Here is Hodges. He's got 14. Shoots over Holmes. And the first half is now in the books. They lead by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the visiting team.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Now, here's Randolph. Hodges is out there with Webb. Then there's Smooth. Then it's the machine. Latrey. Shaw, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Shaw is out there with the man. And it's Mr. Clutch. Then there's Randolph. And it's Holmes in at the 2. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here is Hodges, guarded by Holmes. There's a screen. Here's Hodges. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Mr. Clutch. 6 points for him. Holmes passes to Steele. Shoots over Webb. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Being a mediocre 41% in this one. Pass to Murphy. Now Webb, the three. That shot off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Mr. Clutch's shot is off.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Hodges against Holmes. It's tipped, and that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
You have the camera on you.
Check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And the home team has possession. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Randolph against Webb. A special move before the shot.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Back to Randolph. Pass to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Team foul. Shooting for the away team. Holmes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Holmes. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Hodges against Holmes. Releases. Randolph grabs the board.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Holmes. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And Hodges kicks to Webb. Now here is Murphy. Guarded closely. Pass to Webb. Six on the shot clock. From the line. Shaw with the rebound. Shaw's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 8.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Webb up top. He's covered by Randolph. And the basket by Webb.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Mr. Clutch. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Smooth. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. First free throw is good. Parker's checked in for Randolph. He doesn't get the second one. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Pass to Jemison. Garnett with it. Here is Hodges, guarded by Holmes. Hodges against Holmes. There's the screen. Lets it go from 11. That misses off the backboard. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here is Shaw. No scoring in this one. Hodges against Holmes. The Mayor. It's deflected, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Bender is checked in for Hodges. Here's Parker to the middle. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 13.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. They've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
To the inside. Here's Jemison, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
The Mayor passes to Holmes. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Pass to Bender. Here's Jemison. 11 feet away. It's rebounded by the Mayor. The Mayor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Jemison. Now, here is Murphy. Not a lot of room. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. He gets it in there. Murphy's got 6 points. Gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Holmes. Pass to the Mayor. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Marion against Purdue. Marion outside. They set the screen. Hits the three-point bomb. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 14. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Houdini is out there with Dawkins. Then it's Russell. Then there's Marion. And it's Gravett in at the 3 slot. Pass to Marion. Here's Dawkins. Here's Kane. It's rebounded by Lawson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Purdue against Marion. Inside, here's Kane. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. He lobs it up. It's deflected. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Marion against Purdue. Dawkins a screen on Purdue. Now here's Marion. Defense is right there. Here's Dawkins. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team, Dawkins taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Driving the lane. No good that time. Being a mediocre 41% in this one. Here is Forbes, guarded by Weber. Forbes, the pass to Garnett. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Kane. Here is Forbes. Here's Gravett. Nifty move. Purdue with the rebound.
Look, you've got to convert those. Come on.
There's the drive. Shoots the 3. Kane grabs the board.
One made 3 form for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And Forbes kicks to Garnett. There's the pick. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Wallace a screen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line for the away team, number 7, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Now Webb. At the top of the key, Forbes. And Murphy kicks to Forbes. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Webb. There's the pick. It's rebounded by the Mayor. The Mayor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Holmes. Open jump shot off the mark.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Pass to Webb. Murphy, a screen on Holmes. 5 on the clock. Takes a step back. Here's Webb. Off target from three-point range.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Pass to Forbes. Knocked away. Here's Jemison. Here's the screen. The 19-foot shot, and that's good for 2. Gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard, run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. Shaw got it. Good job in the low post.
Steal.
And the home team has possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
Gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Pass to Holmes. Back to Randolph. It's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Throws it up high. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Murphy. Here's Mr. Clutch. He takes that. It's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Shaw. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Pass to Webb. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot, keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Randolph with the ball. 56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To end the cold streak. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Third personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Number 10.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. 30 seconds left in the game. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present our player of the game.